and then they'll be full-born about 2 years from now.
Oh, okay. So they're going to start with utilizing some of your building,
yeah,
and then when the facility is up and ready to go, they'll make the smooth transition
that's
right in.
Larry.
Oh,
that's
okay.
Right.
And aren't they building on through the generosity of Silver Cross donating a area for them to build their new facility on?
We, for legal purposes, we can't donate land because it impacts our bonds. But what the Board of Trustees has decided to do, even though they haven't made a final decision, is to sell approximately 2 acres at a good price.
Oh, okay.
At a good price.
At a very good price.
A price that they can afford.
Well, that's good. And again, another healthcare facility coming into Will County, Joliet area, east side of Joliet, where the need for primary care is so huge, so huge.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, a facility like Aunt Martha's and what they're capable of doing and their expertise, that just alleviates the need of, let's say, some patients using your emergency room as their primary care.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, because we both know that if you have diabetes, the best thing is to see a physician every month, every 2 months, versus coming to the ER once, twice a year. I mean, that's not good continuity of medicine.
No.
And so Will County, Joliet, will be able to offer this type of services, better health care, to people who really need that care.
Absolutely. And their expertise is also in children's dental care also.
Right.
And that's gotten to be such a huge component of good health that dental care, which maybe was sometimes secondary, let's say,
that's correct,
that now has really moved to the forefront where it should be. So another great partnership, and I know that we have had discussions with the Will County Community Health Center and the Will County Department of Health, and working in collaboration and together with Aunt Martha's in order to do the best that we can to provide those services to those citizens that especially need that.
That's correct.
So can you expound a little bit on the partnerships, the creation of new partnerships that you have created here since the decision to move out here to this new campus?
Yeah. You know, earlier you mentioned the fantastic growth we're expected here in Will County. And it's our observations, and this is no new news to you, Larry, that come 2030, this will be the second largest county in Illinois.
That's right.
And when that happens, hospitals naturally grow. And so we're expecting Silver Cross to have really a very fast-paced growth pattern. Matter of fact, we are processing anywhere from 10 to 15 doctors now on our medical staff every single month.
Wow.
And that's huge. So in anticipation of all that, our board of directors, our medical staff, management, it was our goals to set up some relationships with some of the academic hospitals in Chicago. And so we have selected 3, and right now we're working with them. One is Children's Memorial, and it's a very fine hospital, as we all know. And right now they are leasing in this building.
The one we're in right now.
That's right, 13,000 square feet.
Okay.
And they have 22 pediatric specialists that we don't have in Will County. Okay. So it's been really a nice marriage between their medical staff, our medical staff, and the 2 hospitals. And pediatrics is going to grow in this county, as we both know.
So they have 22 of their physicians that are here. They are with Children's Memorial, but they are using Silver Cross facility in order to perform their services here. Great. Great partnership. Great partnership.
You know, and before people would have to go to Chicago.
That's right.
And we know it's an hour drive down, it's an hour back.
That's with good traffic.
Yeah, that's with good traffic in Chicago. But you know, it's almost a day venture
Yes,
to
exactly
get this
right.
done.
Yes.
Now they can come here in a matter of minutes.
Yep.
They can leave. The other second relationship that was created is with the Rehabilitation Institute of Chicago. And a lot of people probably don't know about this hospital, but it's the #1 rehab hospital in the United States, according to U.S. News and World Reports. And it's maintained this status for the last 20 years of being #1.
Ooh. And that's tough to stay #1.
Yeah. That's like being the top 100.
Yes, exactly
6 years in a row.
Exactly
20 years in a row.
Yep.
I wish we could do that. But they have done it. And when you go down and visit that facility, it's just phenomenal. All the most severe, most difficult cases involving human tragedy and disability, they're taken care of. And it truly is remarkable on what they have accomplished. And right now they are spending more money on research to rehab people than any other hospital in the United States. And it's a fantastic group. And we just signed a contract with them recently. And right now what they're doing at Silver Cross is they're managing our inpatient physical therapy and speech therapy and occupational therapy. And they're also managing our 3 outpatient clinics that we have. Not only that, they also have a physician from RIC who's the medical director, and he's at the hospital 40, 50, 60 hours a week. So we have instant contact
accessibility
with these type of people. And it really is a great thing. And so we're looking forward to all that. And one of the reasons that they came was simply because of our potential to grow in the future, as you mentioned before.
Exactly right.
And
okay, I'm sorry,
the last one, Larry, is we have submitted an application to the state for approval to bring the University of Chicago here for oncology purposes. And so if that's approved, the hospital and University of Chicago will be leasing from a private developer a building about 25,000 square feet. And the importance of having UC here is that we have some of their oncologists now coming here to this building, but they'll be there on a dedicated basis, and they'll have the latest, greatest therapy equipment for oncology patients. And as we all know, UC is the #1 oncology hospital here in Chicago. And what that means to the lay person is, what they have is these clinical protocols. And once they discover something, they find out this is the best way to teach, to take care of this type of oncology disease or injury or what have you, then they can give it to the community hospitals. And now we're going to get it right away because we're going to be with them night and day.
Right there,
so it'll be like this.
That's unbelievable. And at the end of the day, Paul, the services that you are bringing here into Will County for the citizens that need those services, you know, it's difficult enough to be ill and to be sick and need these, but that's when you have to, like we said, travel a distance or whatever, find a family member or somebody to take you there, make sure you get there and back and stuff, and have it here, right here, is just an unbelievable accomplishment. So,
well, all of us at one point have made that trip to Chicago.
That's right, exactly right.
And from my experience, it's a little stressful.
Yes, it is.
And it does take a lot of time. You got to take time off from work. And this will make everything more convenient. But at the same time, we're going to improve our oncology in this Will County.
Exactly right. And another great service to our citizens here in Will County. All of this taking place, Paul, and the the condition of the old hospital, the current hospital, you have made a huge investment in a number of new buildings and everything there that I know was a very difficult decision to make to basically move away from there after putting those improvements in there. You talked about the Veterans Clinic. The chances of getting a veterans hospital here is probably pretty slim.
Slim to none.
Slim to none,
Yes.
yeah. Because of some of the requirements they demand now. They just basically demand that you got to be next to a sort of an educational facility and that kind of things. But if we're capable of bringing a clinic where outpatients can go on a daily basis and just drive right there and be treated instead of waiting for maybe a bus to take them to Hines, which we do provide.
That's correct.
We do provide a number of buses that goes to Hines every day, but to have them come here will be a huge advantage also. And then also in the discussions when you were making the transition of getting approved through the CON and the state, that the issue of keeping some kind of medical facility on the site, is that still a condition that is going to be addressed, or is the placement of Aunt Martha's there going to make that a viable solution?
Yeah, the commitment Silver Cross made to the CON board, which approves the new hospital, was that we would try our best efforts to bring a primary care clinic to Silver Cross campus. And with the arrival of Aunt Martha's, we've satisfied that condition that we made to the CON board.
There will be, let me just say this, that your medical people will not be having a facility in the old campus site.
That's correct.
At all. That Aunt Martha's and if hopefully this veterans, and that will be satisfying what the CON was looking for.
That's correct.
Okay.
But I will tell you though, Larry, we will have about 100 employees, maybe a little more. They'll still be on the campus, but mostly in the business areas like billing and things of that nature.
So you're still going to have a semblance there of presence there.
Yeah, but I don't know how long that'll be. It could be 1 year, it could be 5 years, because our intentions is to get them over here, but our priorities financially were the patients first. So we'll leave some employees there on a short-term basis.
Well, we're looking forward to February 2012. We're looking forward to that, and the plan of your build-up of all your what on the drawing board right now, the extra buildings, the hospital, and everything. What is that timetable? I mean, are we into...
Well, all the buildings...
You think everything will be done by 2012?
Yes. The 3 medical offices building here and the new hospital, everything will be completed by 2012. Yes. Yeah.
And so now our part, like I said, we got to make sure the infrastructure's here and work with the state, and I know that a great relationship has been developed with Mayor Balderman and New Lenox board and administration here. So great facility. I can foresee just great things happening here over the next number of years. You know that this whole, let's say, southwest quadrant of 355 here will become a medical campus that will be a state-of-the-art here in the state of Illinois and probably throughout the Midwest.
I'm really expecting, Larry, this hospital, everything that we have here will have rapid growth for the next 10, 15, 20 years. And it'll be our challenge just to see if we can keep up with that, because anytime you have growth, you got to borrow more money. And so this campus, its potential is unbelievable. And in my opinion, this or maybe 1 or 2 other hospitals have the best location in the entire state of Illinois.
Unbelievable.
And then we also have that freestanding ER.
I was just going to ask you, you've got a couple of other facilities located throughout our community and area that you want to expound a little bit on those? Yeah,
we have a freestanding emergency facility in Homer Glen.
That's right.
And I can't tell you exactly why, but the state only allowed 3. And so we have one, Edwards has another one, I don't know who has the third one, maybe Rush Copley. And it is a great facility. We're going to see 12, 13, 14,000 patients a year. It's like a regular ER. It's not urgent care, it's not immediate care, it's a real ER. And just to give you a little example how convenient it is, my wife unfortunately fell down and had a bump in the knee, and then 2 days later my son did it. And so instead of sending the Silver Crosses